Hey, what is up, everybody? Jason Williams here, and welcome to the Unfiltered Live Podcast, where we will talk to absolutely anybody about absolutely any fucking thing. Thanks so much to everybody for tuning in tonight. Tonight's guest is going to be none other than the legendary Celestè Mitchell, aka Hip Hop Chick. So here's the thing. Here's where this episode has come from. So, Cape Town's hip-hop scene is something that I'm not too familiar with. Not anymore. Listen, I'm big into hip-hop, I'm big into rap music, but the only time when I was really involved with this was easily 20, 25 years ago when I was going to the base. And I am so out of touch with everything hip-hop nowadays. I just thought it was gonna be sweet to chat to Celeste, and find out about her. What's the vibes? What's going on in the hip hop scene nowadays? There's a lot of local talent, a lot of local artists, and Celeste is deep in the streets with all of these things. She's been involved with it for the longest time. So the idea is to get her online. Welcome everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get this loaded up here really, really quickly. We're also gonna wait for Celeste to just join us. When Celeste joins us, we will get this show going. I'm just going to go into our comments here quickly. Give me a sec. Let me just quieten this down. All right, let's see. So who's online at the moment? Daniel Duplessis, what's going? Rayan Stoffy, what's happening? Bro, are you still in Cape Town? The last I checked, I saw you were down in Cape Town. So how's that going, bro? How are you doing down here? Let's see. So, couple of people online. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you guys. Celestè Mitchell, here we are. Right, Celeste wants to join the video. So, we're going to just give us 1 second. We're going to let Celeste into this video in just a second. Arrived Saturday from Dubai. How's it going? So, and there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, with us this evening is none other than the legendary Celestè Mitchell, aka Hip Hop Chick. I'm gonna shout out your bio. Went to Sanfontein High School, studied marketing, studied business, as a radio presenter, a hip hop DJ, founder and managing director at SA's first hip hop karaoke, and chief executive officer and founder at Rebelution Music and Media. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, put your fucking hands together for Celestè Mitchell, aka Hip Hop Chick.
Thank you
Let's
so
do
much
that
for
one more
having
time.
me. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that. Can you hear me okay?
Much better than we did earlier. I can hear you actually.
Oh,
I can hear you
awesome,
perfectly.
awesome.
So it's good to see you. And
To the viewers, just let me know if you can hear me okay, if this is fine.
oh yeah, they let us know. Hey, these guys are savage. They don't give a fuck. If they can't hear, if the sound is bad, if the picture is bad, they will roast us. They will let us know. So let's before we jump into this quickly, what I want to do is I just want to say hi to some of the folks that are here. So Celeste is here, arrived safely from Dubai. That's Rayan Stoffy. Rayan's a friend of ours. He's from Cape Town, but he's been living in Dubai for a little while, flossing hard out in the dunes with some nice cars. Pictures make me jealous. Nathir Moses. Nathir, congratulations on everything.
Has your friend used any of the Dubai porta potties?
Hey, just pump the brakes on that one. I'm not quite sure where we're going to go with this. I'm the one that said I was going to get lit. If that's where you're going to go, I'm feeling very confident that this podcast is going to go south really quickly. And I'm about that because let's face it, you already didn't want to send me nudes. So we know we've got some issues here.
You want to use my nudes for a flyer for your podcast. I mean,
I would have kept it private if you just sent it, but no. First of all, you send me a fully clothed flyer. Fully clothed. You look good. You look good.
I'm so sorry.
Now, the fit was good, but then I go onto your Facebook, and then you posted a picture where you're wearing a short-ass fucking jeans short showing your leg that I'm like, why didn't the goose send me this photo? What the fuck?
We can't make the people list, Jason. It's winter. Please, no. We can't. We can't. We
That's
can't do that
exactly
to
when we
people.
need the warmth.
Cold.
That's when we need the warmth. We need that friction during winter because, look, otherwise it's just cold, and boys don't operate well when we're cold. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay, so Mary Ann's on the feed. What's up, Mary Ann? Jason Race, what's up, Jason? Welcome. Where are all these? Give me 1 second. Community standards. We don't care what the community standards are. I understand. Yes, I do. Just please don't block me again. Because, Facebook's got a habit of blocking me when I say some wild shit. So it wouldn't be the first time they did.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, so I'm actually going to check over here. So the comments here. Now, Theodore Moses is watching. He's been logging in and out all the time. Wow. Classic White Walls. What's going on? Also, Celeste, you must let me know if there's anyone that you see in the comments that I'm maybe not familiar with, because you also shared it on your side. So we just need to shout out to the people, see what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Let me share that right now quickly again.
Okay, cool. I'm also going to do exactly the same thing from our side real quick.
Yeah, and whoever else is watching, please share the live. Share the live. Share the live.
We would appreciate that. Thank you so very much.
Typing with the sideways phone is hard, eh? It's not.
It is. It's difficult. It's difficult. That's why I've got a laptop here. I'm not fucking around. It's not my first rodeo. I know I can't type over there, so I've got a laptop set up over here right next to my glass of bourbon.
Oh, lovely. I don't drink, but I can't exactly be smoking on your live. That wouldn't be a good look for anybody.
Of course you could. No, you can blaze up. I wouldn't mind.
Could I?
There's so many people.
Man, I would have rolled one.
Oh, yeah, you should have. You totally should have. All right,
Yeah.
so before we go anywhere, so the reason I wanted to chat to you is because I'm just really interested in you as a person and what it is that you do. The whole idea with the podcast is to be able to chat to people who are in interesting professions, but also people that are interesting. You know, you just got to be interesting and if I can learn something from you and if you can educate me in some way, that's what's up. That's where I want to be. Keaton Anthony,
Awesome.
there's Grandma's blaze up. What a rookie.
Keaton.
What a
For
rookie.
those
Do
of you
heroin.
watching it, they know grandmas. Keaton,
So,
you didn't stick out with my delivery, so I don't have any.
oh shit, is Keaton your fucking dealer? No, he's not going to bring heroin. He's going to bring you fucking donuts. He'll bring you donuts or KFC wings or some cack. Now Thea Moses is back
Keaton
on.
has the worst habit. Like, sorry
Huh?
to break your word. Whenever I would see Keaton out at events or anyway, he'd pat me on my head like I'm one of his dogs.
He'd pat you on, and he's got big dogs.
That's how Keaton greets me.
Really?
He pats me on my head.
Well, then you should just like pat him in the balls. I'll guarantee you it's the last time he'll pat you on the head. Guaranteed. That's the best ad for a deal, and I'll keep throwing it out here. Grant Ford, what's going on, bro? Thanks so much for tuning in. Okay, I'm sure that I was just talking cuck all the time. Let's get into this whole hip hop vibe. So, let me bring you in from where I'm at, right?
Yes.
I don't know shit nowadays. I really don't, and I used to know a lot. I got older and I lost touch, and I'm not following a lot of the hip hop, rap, and music scene nowadays. I'm coming from a time of NWA, Two Live Crew, Public Enemy, Cypress Hill, Method Man, Redman, Wu-Tang Clan. Those are the people that I know.
That's my time too. That's my time.
Bullshit, is that your time? No, you weren't born yet. No. Don't come play like you're older than you are.
Jason,
are not.
How old do you think I am? Let's just guess. I don't mind.
Are you
No,
sure?
guess.
I will throw this up. Really?
Yeah, guess.
I'll peg you at maybe 30.
I
30.
thank you, kind sir.
Am
I was
I
born
off?
in 1984, Jason. I was born in 1984.
Don't throw math at me. You're gonna fuck me up. Just give me a number. How old are you?
I'm 37. I'm 37.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. I want to see. Get your ID out. Put your ID here in front. I want to see your ID.
I'm serious. I'm 37.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've still got a couple of years
the
on you.
NWA time is like also still my time.
Not really. That is sort of the end of NWA. When Ice Cube said "fuck all you all," when Dre was like, "What the fuck is going on?" No, it was falling apart then. Right? But I get you. Yeah, you were still there with it. So that's where I'm at. If I'm gonna go a little bit closer to home, I would look at maybe what names? You were talking about Chris Brown. Chris Brown? Yeah, you were talking
Yeah.
about Chris Brown the other day. Some of his Missy Elliott stuff later. I think the last one I was actually at was probably Eminem, when I was really still following the stuff when his later albums came out. But more than that, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And more especially, what's going on locally. So let me ask you, when did you start on this fucking journey of being hip hop chick?
So, I grew up like in a house full of boys. I grew up with my grandmother, so all my cousins also lived there. I was the only girl in the house, and naturally,
Okay.
being the youngest, they were all listening to NWA,
Yep.
Tribe Called Quest, Tupac, all these people back in the day. And my one of my cousins was actually a massive Tupac fan, and then obviously,
Mhm.
naturally, I became a Tupac fan. And
Of course, because
so
fuck Biggie.
dating back to like, yeah, so I would say from the age of 7 or 8. I was like fully immersed. And then by 1993, when Pac died, I was like full on, like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Did
I
you
was so
cry?
sad. I was sad. I cried.
Oh shit. Okay, I believe
I
you.
think I was
I
like
can see why
9. I
too.
was 9. I was 9
Mhm.
because 1993, I was 9. Yeah,
You
8 or 9.
remember the date
So yeah,
that Tupac died?
12th of June, 1993.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, you deep
No,
into these streets. I wouldn't know.
no, he died the day before my birthday.
Oh shit. So
Yeah,
you've just every
September
year you just
11th.
be a fucking post some liquor on the ground for Tupac. It's just like this is for my fucking West Side or the shit on the ground.
Yeah, and then
Or
when
you don't,
Eminem
but you
hit the
don't
scene,
drink.
like I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Safiat, I am definitely 37, and it's probably because I don't drink. That's why people don't believe my
She's
age. I
talking.
haven't drank actually.
What the? So you're saying I look? So you're saying I look cuck because I'm doping? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just
And
saying I
you
don't drink.
implied. I fucking felt the implication. I'll put. Okay, I'm done. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna smoke blunts all my fucking life.
Yeah, so that's sort of where my hip hop journey started, and then all through high school, obviously I was a dancer in high school. I sucked, but I was a hip hop dancer. And then
Yeah.
when I finished high school, I always just knew that being in in the hip hop scene or industry is really what I wanted to do. So when I sucked at
Mm-hmm.
dancing, I tried break dancing, completely stuck. I tried graffiti, completely stuck. Um, can't rap to save my damn life. Um,
I
and
don't
then
believe
I
you.
found
Somehow I don't
DJing.
believe you.
No,
Oh,
legit.
okay.
Like the rap,
Yeah.
the lyrics sound cool in my mind, but the minute they come past my mouth, it's dyslexic with words. I don't understand. I don't know how to explain it, but
That's how I feel when I fucking break down with a Madonna song. I'm fucking belting it out in the car, but when the music goes off, I sound kind of cut.
yeah. So that's where my hip hop journey started. And the funny story is, like, I didn't get into hip hop through hip hop. I got into hip hop through racing. Because I was on the
Racing, as
car
in
scene as
cars.
well. As
Now
in
you
cars,
fucking
I was
talking
in the
my
car scene
language.
as well. Yeah, that's how I know you, Jason. Like I was following you before I was on radio or any of that stuff. Because you used to
Because you've
take
been on.
video footage at
Yeah.
the car shows. Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes.
So yeah, that's yeah, and the reason why I think there might be a crossover here because you did a lot of work with DJ D and you were on the show and you were on Good Up FM and you were doing a couple of things there. So it's sort of is that sort of how you got the hip hop thing mixed with the car scene because of that relationship or was did that come afterwards?
That came completely afterwards. So I got involved with the car scene, and this was when Street to Strip was really just started. Actually, they had their very first
Yeah.
Street to Strip at Killarney. Obviously to
Okay.
eradicate the illegal street racing. So they invited all the street car clubs to come to the very
Mm.
first Street to Strip.
Yeah,
And
I
that's when I
remember
met
that.
Paul,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
manager of Killarney. Yes.
Mm.
And I explained to Paul about the hip hop scene. And at that point, I was really involved in the hip hop, but not publicly. I was just going to events and meeting
Mm.
different artists and stuff. Spoke
Mm-hmm.
to Paul about it, and Paul was like, "Cool, I'll give you space. Let's have a hip hop event." And then he had some big racing event on a weekend, and he gave me space to have a hip hop event, and that's how I
Nice.
met Reddy D. Yeah.
Aha.
Um, yes. And then Reddy D invited me to Good Hope FM for an interview, but I didn't want to just go there, do the interview, and be forgotten, because
Yeah.
being on radio was also something that I always really wanted to do. So when I
and
went
it's good
there,
with him.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
so when I went there, I did the interview and I was like, yo, Reddy, this is what I do with artists. And then he was like, okay, cool. Can you bring some rappers to the show next week and let's have a cypher? So I was like, yeah, I can do that. So I
Okay,
went
sorry,
with some
sorry to
rappers.
break your word. Sorry to break your word.
Yeah.
I want to get back to that now. Celeste, please. I ask with tears in my baby blue eyes, what the fuck is a cipher? I hear you say it
Okay.
all the time, and I'm like, yeah. When I talk to people, I talk about the cipher. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Please help me with this.
So a cipher it's basically, it doesn't just apply to rap music. It applies to all the elements of hip hop, which is breaking, graffiti, DJing, MCing, and then knowledge of self is the fifth one. So a cipher applies to
Okay,
all four: DJing, breaking, graffitiing, and
okay,
MCing. A cipher is basically
okay.
when these artists get together from the respective elements. Say a bunch of MCs get together,
Hmm.
and they just rap over some beats, and that's a cipher.
Okay,
And they
like
each get a
okay.
turn
So
to rap over the beats.
okay. So
Yeah,
if I'm
that's
gonna come
basically.
back to that story now. So what that makes me think about, right? When you say so, you've got hip hop and you've got rap.
Yeah,
They aren't the same thing,
mm,
right?
yeah,
And I remember this because so a lot of people that are watching now, people that are watching, and the people that know DJ DDD, a lot of people will know him from the radio, right? That's
yeah,
DJ DDD's one personality. When DJ
yes.
DDD is out on a live show and he's at a hip hop club, that shit gets fucking turned up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there
Mm-hmm.
was one event, I forget where we were, right? And he was on the mic and he was doing his thing. And he was sort of, he was hyping the crowd or whatever. And he says, this one's for the real fucking hip hop heads. This is not just for rap people. It's not about rap. It's about hip hop. Hip hop as a life, as a culture. I'm like, and I was there like, isn't this the same fucking thing? But what he said made me realize that, okay, no. Rap is rap, right? Hip hop is a little bit more. Hip hop is like you explained it now. It encompasses, it's a lifestyle. It's a culture. It's a way of living, right? And rap is just
Yes.
a part of that culture. Have I sort of got that right?
Yes, 100% right. Rap is
Okay.
one of the elements of hip hop. So, like you
Okay.
said, hip hop is a lifestyle, it's a culture, it's a way of living. Um, and rap is one of those elements. Like hip hop
Okay.
now as a culture has
Mm.
grown. Like there's more than five elements of hip hop right now because you get beatboxing, you get street fashion. So
Mm.
all these things form part of the hip hop culture as well.
Okay. So, so then where I broke you off, you sort of met Riri, you
Yes.
went for the interview, you brought the rappers in for the cipher, and that became a staple in the Riri show at certain times of the week.
Every single week. Yes. So we did that
Okay,
every week, once a week. So I went there for 3 years, every week, once a week, on my
I
own,
remember.
taking rappers, doing my own thing. And then after 3 years, Good Hope FM actually offered me a contract as an official presenter.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Dream
insane.
come true. So
Yep.
yeah, so, and just imagine like 3 years of driving MC's day myself with my own
Mm.
petrol. No one's paying me to be there. I'm just straight doing it for the love
100%.
and for the passion. And
Yeah.
for the MCs, basically, the point of me getting that was less for me and more for the rappers because at the time, I'm talking about in 2009, that's when I
Yeah.
got the interview. And back
Mm.
in 2009, there was almost no platforms for MCs in Cape Town,
There were
specifically public
none.
platforms. There was
Mm.
none. There was nothing. So I saw this opportunity with DJ Reddy D for the MCs, and I sort of made it work for all of us. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And that
kudos
sort
to
of
D for seeing the vision because obviously it would not have happened without the support of DJ Reddy D and him like sort of seeing the vision and believing in what we were trying to build as a hip hop
mm,
collective in Cape Town.
absolutely, because I mean he's been around the block. I mean he lives hip hop. He is the
Oh
epitome
yeah.
of. He's been doing it since he was a kid. He lived around the corner from me, Mitchell's Play in Tafels. So he's been doing this shit since then. And
Yes.
everything that he's been doing has been for the benefit of hip hop and this culture. And he's come with POC, and then after POC, it's always been um, trying to elevate the hip hop game within Cape Town and South Africa.
Yeah.
And you obviously, him, I don't want to say him taking you under his wing, but him giving you a break to be able
Oh,
to
he
get
did.
onto a show.
He did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that's the kind of guy he is, you know. And I know this,
Yes.
and also in the motorsport community, same kind of vibe. At the moment now, he's got this SR4A for life, whatever, positive doing motorsport, but doing it safely and that kind of thing. So it's always trying to take something and being very passionate about it, and then, you know, giving it to the world. You know, so you've been involved with the in the hip hop and with the rap and on Good Up FM for a while, but you've done a lot of other things other than that. Um, Give me an idea of from Good Up FM between then and Rebelution Music that you're busy doing at the moment now. What's life been between then and now?
So I was on radio for 9 years with
Hmm.
DJ Daddy D, and that sort of became my life, so to speak. So in that 9 years, I got very involved in the hip hop scene itself, not
Yeah.
just in Cape Town, but in Johannesburg as well.
Okay.
I was flown out to Johannesburg. You know Mob Deep, right?
Oh yeah.
So, so Mob Deep was in South Africa, I think, in 2013 or 2014.
Hmm.
And I actually hosted and emceed at the show when they were
Holy
here.
shit. Was
Yes.
that in Cape Town or Joburg?
So it was in Johannesburg, unfortunately, for the
Okay.
Cape Town heads. So
Unfortunately, but
I
listen.
got very, yeah. So I got very involved in the hip hop scene while I was at Good Hope FM with DJ Daddy D. And I departed from the station in March 2019. And I
Okay.
sort of decided to do my own thing. But then I went to Daddy D's DJ school to do a pro performance DJ course. And then I started like just DJing in clubs and
Okay.
around town. And
Mhm.
then COVID happened in
And
2020. We
fuck
all know that.
everybody. COVID bent everybody over without lube. That's what COVID did.
Yep, basically. Anal raped
Yeah.
us all. So
So-
I mean that's legit. Legit.
I couldn't have put it better
So
myself, although I should have been the one to say it, but good.
so basically during COVID it gave me a lot of time to think about where I want to take my life and what I want to do. And that's when I started Rebelution Music Media, which is a
Yeah.
multimedia production company. So we've got
Hmm.
our own studio and then we've got a visuals team. So we do audio and visual production, which is across the board for any brands and
Yeah.
anybody basically.
Okay. I saw. I've checked
And
it
we
out,
shoot a lot
obviously,
of music
because
videos for a lot of artists as well.
that's. I mean, that's your game, and I think Cape Town is an emerge. Is it right to say it's an emerging market? I know there's. So
I
another
think
question that I
in
wanted
terms
to
of hip
ask.
hop, it sort of is, yeah.
It is, and it's weird though because look, I don't know enough about the scene. You deep enough in that scene that you really have to. How do I put this now? You have to sort of watch your words. You feel a certain way. You don't mince words on socials, and I fucking love that about you. If someone's up to cuck, you will tell someone they're up to cuck, right? And it's very similar. Now, I don't want to say the two scenes are similar, right? So I'm very involved in the car scene. Um, a little bit less now than I was before. We were involved with the stance scene and stance cars. We were involved with spin cars and that kind of thing. Nowadays, I do a lot more supercars and stuff. You know, it's just a progression, but I'm still involved in these other scenes. And in that scene, and I want to liken this to Cape Town. Cape Town people, I love you all. You are my people, 021 for life, but you're so full of cuck, man. There's so many fucking drama
Yeah.
queens in this fucking Cape Town in every single industry. And I notice it in your industry the same way I notice it in my industry. There's these fucking prima donnas. There's these people that think I've got this car and I deserve this. They want these they're entitled, right? And
It's
from what I see,
entitlement,
from
yeah.
what entitlement, now you were talking about the other day, you posted something saying you'd get hold of a particular artist or a rapper or something, and they're like, oh, it's about time. You're puss, man. What do you mean fucking about time? Who the fuck are you? Why? You should be lucky that I'm calling you, you know? But there's a lot of this kind of thing out there where people are entitled. You should have gotten hold of me a long time ago, as if they're going to be doing you a favor. Is there a lot? Do you find there's a lot of that?
Exactly. Yeah, all the time. Like all people feel entitled to my time, to my attention,
Hmm.
and when they don't get it, like now the other day, I was actually called racist
Don't go cock.
because no, for real.
Have they see the
Because
color of your skin?
I put together the first cipher session. We obviously I've left Good Hope FM and D moved to the afternoon slot, so the cipher can't happen
Yeah,
anymore.
true.
So my company is going to be doing a visual cipher now. So we're going to be doing something for your screens, something that people
Hmm.
can watch and enjoy. So we shot the first episode last weekend, and like a lot of people don't know this, but I am heavily submersed in every single aspect of the hip hop industry, no matter
Yeah.
what the color of people's skin is, like
Mm.
I will go anywhere and I will support anyone. You know, I
Yeah.
used to drive MCs out of Kailicha and Googs at 9 o'clock
Yeah.
at night to come to Dope FM so they
That's
can rap
risky
for
as
2 minutes
fuck.
and then drive them home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah.
So, so just because I took a little too long to respond to his inbox, he legit made a
Mm.
whole post about how I'm racist. Never mind that three
Really?
of those people on my flyer. No, for real.
Yeah. It's
And
fucking
and people don't
crazy.
care if they damaging your brand. Like people have said worse things about me online,
Mm.
and it's really just stems from entitlement. Because if I take just a little
Yeah.
too long to respond to their message, or I'm unable to respond at the time, it's
Mm.
as if I am this horrible person. And then these
Yeah.
stories all spiral out of control to the point
This is,
where, you know, it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous.
it is
Don't
ridiculous,
even
but
know why we're
listen, this
justifying
is
that with a conversation.
because it's salacious. It's like it gets people talking. So at the end of the day, this is a podcast. What you do is everything nowadays is heavily reliant on social media in some way. And I hate to say it, and it's true. Drama sells. Drama gets views. Salacious shit gets seen. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. That's the game we play. You know. I think you understand that, and I understand that. Um,
Yeah.
I just don't understand how. I think, and I might be wrong. Look, I'm not at all involved in this hip hop culture. Not even a little bit, right? But I am involved in car culture, and the attitudes are similar. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't understand how people with Cape Town as it is, and it's the same with motorsport, right? If you go to Johannesburg, there's fucking racetracks all over the fucking place. Drag strips, racetracks, they lit up there. Spinning's place, it's happening over there. Cape Town, we don't have any of that shit. So if I want to flip this over to the hip hop scene, the only people I see in Cape Town I see doing hip hop shit are people like DJ Ready D and yourself. Um, Mainly because I've got you guys on socials, but people, I think with you being one of the only ones that is really paying an interest in emerging artists, everybody is trying to get to you for your attention, and
Yeah.
that's it's a lot. They don't realize how busy you have to be to fucking, you can't babysit every single one. You can't see every single one, and then they want to get mad at you because you didn't see them. It's madness.
Yep. That's how it goes. It's my life every day, Jason.
And has it gotten worse recently, or has it always been this way?
Um, I would say it's gotten a little bit easier, in the
Okay.
sense where people are taking me more seriously because I've got an
Mm.
actual business. I will say
Yeah.
this, like being a female in this industry, it's never going to be easy. It's never going to be easy because the
Hmm.
men in specifically in the hip hop industry, to be in
Yeah.
the hip hop industry, you have to have an ego. Especially if you're
Yeah.
an artist, it really helps your art if you have an ego. I mean, Kanye is the perfect example.
No,
But
he's just a fucking psychotic, to be honest. But it's
no,
good
he's a
though.
he's a genius. Like people will
He's a
catch on to
fucking
Kanye and
genius.
his buzz a little bit later,
Mm,
yeah. But the
mm,
point I'm trying to make is that like the men in this industry are so disrespectful. Like they
yeah.
are so disrespectful. And I had the worst experience this past weekend as well, because I'm working on something very big.
Yeah.
Um, and in the process of booking all the artists. Like it's massive. It's a really big thing that I'm working on.
I'm
And
expecting my
I
invite, but
personally
I'm
feel like
saying,
anyone in Cape Town who is considered an up and coming in Cape Town should
mm,
feel honored that I'm phoning you and asking you to be part of this thing. You know,
mm,
I can't really give too much away right now. Like until we get paperwork signed, I can't say much. But
okay.
feel honored that I'm phoning you and I'm trying to include you.
Mm.
Instead,
Celeste, you there? Oh,
my mother's
no,
trying
it's
to
fine.
phone me in the middle of an.
But instead, you're getting attitudes from these people like, oh, it's about fucking time.
So instead, I got like almost extorted for money. I was like, what in the
I
world?
saw that.
And then
Who
the
the fuck
disrespect
is this
that came
guy?
along with that phone call.
Yeah.
I will out him, but I don't wanna. I
Out
don't
him. I
wanna
don't give
end
a fuck. Say that
anybody's
shit. Say that shit. We got
careers.
something
I
here
don't
for
wanna
you.
end anybody's brand
In the brand. You just fucking out him
because
completely.
apparently
You're gonna
this
go in.
person. No, but apparently this person is like very devious and a literal piece of shit. So I don't want to be stirring anything,
Okay.
but that's the type of things that I need to deal with. Like as a woman, I feel like if I was a man, I could have
Mm-hmm.
just gotten in my car and kicked him in his
Mm-hmm.
puss and it would have been over.
You should have
But
done
because
that
I'm a
shit. Get all the
woman,
boys
I have
together.
to
You get the boys,
tolerate.
and we'll all fucking roll up on this bitch. Is it a Cape Town guy?
He's in Cape Town, but I'm saying
Okay,
like
that
because I'm
narrows
a
it down a
female,
little
there's
bit.
there's so much that I have to just tolerate.
Yeah.
And what'd you say?
No, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Are you there?
I am. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm saying like as a female, there's so much bullshit that I have to just eat up and be quiet about and the disrespect, the ungratefulness.
Mm.
This we do so much as a business. We
Mm.
do so much for artists and for people. And there's just too much disrespect and ungratefulness in this industry. Like way
That
too
is
much.
such bullshit.
Like I don't know
I've got
what
a
these
friend of
artists in
mine.
Cape Town would do if
Mm.
Like I don't know what these artists in Cape Town would do if a bunch of us were like, you know what, actually, if you see to yourself, worry about your own
Mm.
career, because I don't care anymore. Because there's a lot of us
Yeah.
who are doing things to make happen to make things happen for artists and they don't see that, you know?
Mm.
So it's very sad.
It is very sad. So I want to sort
Mm.
of similar. What I can understand this is like similar to the car scene. So in the car scene, locally, you got a lot of guys um, that they spend a lot of money on the cars, right? You can't take that away from these guys. They spend a lot of money on these cars to look good, and then you'll host like a drag racing event as an example, all right? And these guys spend money on the cars. The cars are super fast, and you'd want them to come to the racetrack to do some drag racing. Then they come to the racetrack, they do some drag racing, and then they're moaning afterwards. Why do you have to pay so much money? We're the ones that make the show. We're the ones that do it. And yes, they are the ones that make the show. But at the end of the day, you fucking guys did not arrange the insurance for this, whatever day it is. You guys did not arrange the ambulances. You guys did not pay the money to rent this piece of tar for the day. We made that happen for you. Right? We didn't have to do that because you haven't been racing for a whole year. Now you've got a racetrack and you can race, but you're bitching and moaning while we sunk our own personal money into this thing, but you giving us cuck. If we never did this, you would not have had that. So same as on your side, if you don't do what you do, these guys don't have a fucking voice, So guys need to, and it is a give and take. Look, at the end of the day, for like a racetrack, I could own a racetrack, but that racetrack isn't shit without races, right? You'd have races who can't race because there's no racetrack. You've got to work hand in hand. You've got to put the egos aside and realize that look, we need each other. It's a symbiotic relationship, and that's what it looks like in the hip hop scene
Yeah,
as well. So I just want to
yeah.
quickly,
It's exactly
we're
that.
missing out on some comments here. There's some people that have been talking some mad smack here. Just give me a second. We end up talking too much and miss out some of these comments. Oh, you know what? Let's just, while I'm reading through these, I just want to go through. There was a post up early on where people asked some questions, and one of them was Mary that was asking, "What is the vibe? What the fuck is going on in the whole Joburg, Cape Town scene? It just seems like the scene's a lot bigger in Johannesburg than in Cape Town. What is the difference here?"
So the main difference here is that Johannesburg, first of all, they have all the major media outlets.
When
And
you say
I
media outlets, you
think
mean
what
like
what is also
legacy media,
happening.
like the radio stations, the televisions, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Like the televisions and radio stations in Johannesburg fully support their artists, which is not much that I
Okay.
can say for Cape Town radio stations.
Okay.
They fully support their artists, and not only that, there's money in Johannesburg. Like most of these
Oh
artists
yeah.
either come from money, have friends with
Hmm.
money, have family members with money, who will then invest in their careers. And even if they don't have
Okay.
money, um, a lot of the artists in Johannesburg support each other a lot. So they'll put their
And
friends
do
on
we not have
stage
the
if they
same
know their friends
support
are
in
hot. They'll
Cape
put
Town
their
amongst
friends on a
artists?
song. No, no,
Really?
no,
Okay.
no.
I just want to hit up a question here
So
quickly.
yeah,
So
Joburg's a lot bigger than Cape Town.
this is true. This is true. Joburg is fucking huge. And somebody mentioned here, I think it was Martin was saying that Joburg is where the money's at. That's where you said there's money, there's disposable income in Johannesburg, and they realize that it's disposable income, but also a lot of the guys there, Joburg is a lot more business savvy. Yes, they've got more loose money, but that loose money is going to go into something that's going to make me somehow more money. So the guys aren't afraid to
I
invest in
think,
something. So
yeah. I think when it comes to Joburg also they've figured out how to turn themselves into a brand and a product. Where I think
yeah,
that's where a lot of artists in Cape Town completely miss the mark. Um,
hmm
Cape Town hip hop is more rooted in the culture. So a lot of
yeah,
artists will tell you if you ask them, they say, "Oh, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm just doing it for the culture." Whereas in
cap,
Joburg, the attitude's
cap.
completely different. In Joburg, they doing it for the money,
They want the fucking
literally.
bag. That's
If
where they're at.
they
They're
rapping,
here for the bag.
they want the bag.
Mm,
So they're making music to get the bag. They're making music that they know is going to play on TV, it's going to play on radio,
mm,
people are going to pay to come and see them perform.
mm.
Yeah, in Cape Town, it's a must for that.
Yeah, the guys
And
are
I
just
suppose
because.
it's because they're so rooted in the culture here, like it's for the culture. Like there's a lot of culture in our hip hop industry still here in
Mm,
Cape Town. And people from Joburg who come here actually say that. Like if you want to find and see through hip hop culture, you'll find it in Cape Town. And this is the only place in South Africa where you'll find it, which is a plus for us.
mm. Yeah, but then also then the guys need to draw their line in the sand. If you are doing it for look on social media and when people are speaking to people, doesn't matter what the industry, you know the right things to say. Like for hip hop, no, I'm in it for the culture. I'm here for the hip hop. I'll die on this fucking sword. But meanwhile, bruh, you gotta eat. You gotta pay for your house. You gotta pay for your car. You gotta get to the event. You gotta get the gigs. You've got to get paid somehow. Nothing is saying you're gonna be a millionaire, but at the end of the day, the money does count. Because that's how you survive. I'm just going through the comments here quickly. Um,
Go
Give me
through
one
the
second.
comments,
So,
right?
all right. So, Grant Ford says hip hop died along with Tupac and Biggie, DMX, Dr. Dre, Snoop, 50 Cent was all fine. Grant, you just old, bruh. Let's face it. You and me, I hear what you're saying, but there's so many more artists that are
Grant,
out
listen
nowadays.
to some can I give Grant a suggestion there? Grant, listen to some
Give,
Kendrick, listen to some J. Cole, listen to some Dax, listen to some
yeah, you're saying
who
names that I
else?
know fuck all about.
Listen to some Joyner Lucas.
I know Joyner.
Listen
Joyner's
to some
Joyner's
Joyner
legit.
Lucas. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Grant, you've got a
So
playlist that you
listen to
must.
them and get back to me.
You know what? You know what I figured out? Go listen to your kids' music. Listen to your kids' music. You will know what's up nowadays,
No,
man.
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why not?
Don't listen to what
What
you
I like K-pop. K-pop's where it's at. Why
because
are you, why are you hating on
can I tell
K-pop?
you what well that's not hip hop. It's
It's not hip-hop,
K-pop.
but I like K-pop. Why is listening to the kids' music bad?
No. You know what's happening now with the media and stuff? There has been this trend in hip hop for the longest time where they're basically trying to dumb down listeners of hip hop. And what I mean by
Wait, whoa,
that
whoa.
is
Who's
if you
who's
look
trying
at
to dumb down
hip hop,
listeners?
let me explain what then you'll figure it out for yourself.
Okay.
So if you look at hip hop over the ages, going back to the 80s, in the 80s, hip
Mm,
hop was all about fight the power, giving, people of color a voice, giving people
mm,
of color a way to express themselves. And then we move into the 90s where hip hop became more of a party vibe. Either
mm.
you were a real MC or you were MC breaking it down in the clubs.
Yeah.
Then it was political, it was about struggle, it was again a message. Then we come to the 2000s and where we're at now, there's been this slow decline in the messages that are being pushed through hip
True.
hop in the
Yeah.
commercial media. Okay? Back in the day, they used to censor words like, um, they used to censor every explicit word, every
Yeah.
profanity, everything.
Mm,
Watch Channel O and MTV Base now. There's a
mm.
lot of things they don't censor out anymore.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
give a
so there's
fuck
this,
anymore. Everything is going out
personally,
there.
I feel like through commercial, exactly. So especially through commercial music, the MCs that they are pushing have become dumber. Like they don't
Mm-hmm.
rap about anything. There's no message in
Yeah.
their lyrics. Yet their
Mm-hmm.
music is playing on every TV channel. Their music is playing on every radio station. Um, and the same with, hip hop being sexualized. The more
Mm-hmm.
sexualized and the dumber your lyrics, the more airtime you get,
Mm.
which to me means that whoever is in charge of commercial media, they definitely pushing some sort of agenda. Because this is not what hip
Look,
hop used to be back in the day. This is not what hip
it's
hop is
not.
about.
Look, no, I 100% agree. It's not.
That's why I
But
said, okay, but that's why I
let's
said
be
don't
real.
listen to your kids' music because your brain cells will be
Yeah.
fried.
Listen, I think that with the world as it's going, look, not unfortunately, but sex always sold. Always. Since the beginning of time. I mean, when you bought a fucking car magazine,
Well,
there's a chick on the bonnet with the tits out, because sex sells.
okay,
Look at
okay.
and that
But with
was
hip hop, it was different though. With hip hop, it was
only when you
different
had
back in
like
the day.
MC Light and Queen
Take an
Latifah that had
artist.
a fucking message. But the boys were still talking about bitches and all sorts of things. They were still talking about
Yeah, in the
they were giving
songs
that
that they
message.
wanted to play on radio, they were talking about those things. Yeah. If
Yeah.
they wanted to be heard, they would talk about those things. If they wanted to sell records, they would talk about dumb things like money and pictures and cars and all these things and have
So
ladies
who do you
half
think is
naked
a
in their
smart
videos.
rapper nowadays? So who do you think is a smart rapper that's not just out there for the clout? He's not just out there for selling records. Not just out there for the bag. They actually still got a message. Do we have any of them left today?
Yes. Yes, we do. Um,
Ooh, don't say
Kendrick
Kanye.
is definitely one of them. Kendrick
Okay,
Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Yeah.
No, Kendrick Lamar is definitely one of them. Like even in his last album, you can hear that he's not making music to sell records because he's already built up his fan base. He's now making music to make a difference in the
Okay.
minds of his followers. You see?
Okay.
Then J. Cole, same exact thing. Everybody in J. Cole's camp, which is Dreamville, there's Earth Gang, who are also seriously amazing artists and they push amazing messages through their music.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had some of J. Cole's artists in my studio in January or February. I think it was February
Wow.
when
Mm-hmm.
Bass from Dreamville and Johnny Venus from Earth Gang, they came to my
Okay.
studio and they recorded for a DJ Drama mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my studio's credited on the mixtape. So that's exciting.
Lekker, man. That's awesome. It is a Rebelution Music
Yeah.
Media. Is it
Um,
Rebelution? What's the rest of those words? Rebelution?
it's Rebelution Music and Media.
You guys are doing big things. I mean, I've been following the page. I've noticed that I look at all the stuff and I'm like, obviously just looking at it from a podcasting point of view, I'm like, that place is legit. It's cock nice inside there. But kudos to you for getting that. I'm going to come back
Thank
to that
you.
now. So, yeah, I completely hear you. With regards to where the music is going nowadays, I really want to get to some of these things here. Bradley de Villiers is asking what cuck is Grant talking. Yeah, Bradley de Villiers is a very white man. He has no idea what's happening. So when he's asking about Grant's questions about all the previous bands, Gary Stockenstrom says, I got a question for Celeste. Okay, Gary, what's the question? That was actually 22 minutes ago.
I see Barry
Mary
sent
Ann
that
is
message.
saying,
Yeah, he sent it twice. He's dying to ask his question.
Gary, okay? Gary is saying he don't know Mob Deep. You keep your beck. Why are you trying to out me on the fucking thing? He said I don't know Mob Deep. That's fuck. So Marianne is saying back in the day there weren't platforms either. The base was used for free. I used to go fucking shoot hoops in the base. I went to the base to go fucking throw basketballs in the hoop. That's why I went to the base and I was listening to fucking Sonic. Um, the base was used for freestyling, cypher. Then or there would be rap competitions in halls, but nothing else much. Um, Mary Ann is saying, isn't Mobb Deep still on the run? Probably Kanye that made him like that. And then you go, Mobb Deep says, everyone's talking. Riley Cook, you're exposing your age on me. Riley, I never gave a fuck, bro. I don't hide this age. This cuck here is just throwing it out there. I don't give a shit. Martin Slubber, away, Opa Jason. It's sack. um, I'm just going to go down. Gary asking, again, I got a question. Dude, ask the fucking question. Jesus. Oh, here we go. So he types something a bit longer
It's
here.
in the comments there, I saw it.
I'm seeing it here. It says, someone dropped your name in a YouTube channel, not in a nice way, while reviewing Cape Town, while reviewing CT Next Giant. My question then, in what happened between you and Crowbars? I don't know what this is about. You feel free to answer. It's up to you. I don't know. I don't know what
Wow,
it's about.
Gary, what a
Is it a
platform to
beef?
ask me. Hey, you could have
Is it a
DM'd me,
beef?
brah. No, I'm
Yo, he
just
forgot
joking.
you.
No,
You know,
you know what? No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
okay, so go on then. Let's go.
No,
What the fuck?
listen.
Who's Crowbars and what the fuck is this about? Wait,
So the person that
I want to
Gary
get a
is
drink for, I
referring
got to
to
feel I got to get a
mentioned my
drink for this
name.
one.
Yeah. First of all, Gary Stockenstrom, I thought you better than that. Why are you watching low quality, nobody, this person doesn't matter what he says reviews? I don't
Let's
understand, Gary
go. Let's
Stockenstrom. I
fucking
thought you better than that.
go.
Don't waste your data and airtime watching people who don't matter in the industry, Gary Stockenstrom. Don't do that. Anyway,
I want all the
so
smoke. Bring all the smoke.
so this person who Gary is referring to spoke about me. Again, like I just said, he is literally a nobody in the industry.
Okay.
He's one of those failed rappers who never made it and now he's mad at the world. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, so he does this thing where he reviews music videos, but he does a very terrible job at it. His reviews are as bad as his raps.
Okay.
Anyway, so he did it.
Say it with your chest out, Celeste. Say it with your fucking chest out.
Uh, you know me, Jason, whenever I ever held my tongue, though.
Fucking
So,
never.
so, um, so he did a review on one of the artists that I used to work with. So, Gary, to answer your question, what happened with myself and Crowbars, it's again going back to what I spoke about in the beginning of this interview. When you have people that you work with who cannot see the value of what it is that you do for them, then there's no reason why you should be working with them anymore. I'll put it to you this way, Gary. Rebelution Music Media as a business invested over 120,000 Rand into that artist, only for
You know how
him to
much?
turn around and say
Jesus.
we did nothing for him.
Wow.
So to answer your question, Gary, it was a conflict of mindsets, and it was a we were on two different pages in terms of what my company could and was doing for him and what he expected us to do for him. Unfortunately, we could not keep up with the demands, and so we had to let him go.
I appreciate that fucking explanation. That was the most concise. Look, I'm gonna be real. Um, I knew who Crowbars was, mainly because I know you, and I followed all that smoke from the outside. You know,
Let's be
so I
honest.
sort
Let's
of
be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Nobody who knows Crowbars now would know who Crowbars is if it wasn't for Rebelution and Music and Media. Let's just be
no,
honest.
fuck Rebelution. No,
If it
no,
wasn't
I'm
for
with
us,
you with Rebelution and music. If it wasn't for Celeste Mitchell, hip hop chick, I would have no fucking idea, to be very honest. Let's take the business side out of it. I think you as a person, yeah, these ice is loud in the fucking mic. You as a person and as a personality are the one that brought into the fore. And I'm going to be real. I thought, okay, this light is not bad. I mean, I'm down with Cape Town. I've always been down for 021. And I'm here to fucking, give flowers to anybody in Cape Town that's got some talent. And if you were vouching, I was like, fuck, okay, you vouching, then I'm here for this. And then I saw where this whole thing was going. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm glad you actually came out to that now. I do appreciate it. Um, let's go a bit further down. Let's see if we can find some more smoke because the
so
smoke is
so
the
just
best.
to wrap up that, Gary. No, no, just to wrap up that with Gary. I still am a massive
Yeah.
fan of Crowbars. I still love his music. I still support him. Um, and like I wish him all the success. Like he had an event last weekend, Friday. It's called Afrikaans is die Inding. If he has more, I would suggest that everybody go check it out because it looked like a nice event. I was watching the live. So I still fully support what he's doing, you know. Like, and if you
Mm,
listen to his music, guys, if you haven't heard his music, go out and support his event because he is truly talented. Truly, truly
mm.
talented. It's just unfortunate that the mind does not match the talent.
True. Sometimes people aren't gonna gel. Sometimes when it comes to business and it comes to visions for the future, sometimes people just do not work. But yeah, always give props to give credit where credit is due. So that is awesome. Marianne is saying Cape Town's problem is I am better than you and I'll break you down to get where I need to be instead of supporting each other. Same amongst friends who don't support each other's businesses. This is very true. Riley Cook also says so too. I'm not quite sure what he was talking about. Martin Slabbercon, he agrees. Bradley de Villiers, Grant needs to listen to DMX. Bradley, you are the whitest man on the fucking planet. Telling a colored man he must listen to DMX. What are you? I'm gonna ask you. I wanna find out tomorrow. If you don't bust a fucking DMX lyric, you and me are having words. You'll be on the podcast talking about DMX. Um, Signal,
Just a
what's
quick
up,
one,
Signal?
Gary. I
So
didn't mean to
Signal's
hurt
here,
your feelings.
Keaton
I
is
was just
here.
joking. I was just joking.
Ooh, yeah, Gary's going to come at you now. Gary's going to come at
I was
you.
just joking. Ah,
Signal saying Lil Pump is the greatest rapper of all time. Always fucking stirring. Anyone with a name Lil in front of their rapper name, fuck those people. Every single time. Martin Slubber, Zim Zimmer? Who's got the keys to my motherfucking Beamer, bitch? What the fuck is he talking about, Celeste?
that's
Do you know what
Joyner
he's saying?
Lucas. Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas. Yes, he's talking about Joyner Lucas' new song. He's talking about Joyner Lucas' new
Oh,
song. And
shit.
that is a dope song. Joyner Lucas. The song is called Zim Zimmer. Go check it out.
Okay.
Joyner Lucas is my absolute favorite.
I
Mm.
cannot believe that. Look at this man's surname, man. His name is Martin Slubber. He's the Buddhist of most Buddha-lighties around, and I can't believe that he knows the Joyner fucking Lucas song, and I don't. I'm out of fucking touch, Celeste. I'm out of touch. Marianne Williams is saying Stormzy. Listen to that. Stormzy must say British rapper. No, he does that fucking jungle vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it jungle or not?
Yeah.
Is it?
No, no, yeah, he does rap slash drill slash jungle. It's like in between, like a mix.
Okay. Riley's asking what channel on YouTube, Gary. I think that's Riley asking you what channel. Marianne saying rap is commercialized now to make money. Example,
Riley,
DJ Khaled
we're not
doing
here
another.
to promote anybody other else than Jason's live. We're not here to promote no other YouTube channel
No,
thing.
no. This live is for everybody. This live is more to just let people know about you because you can educate a lot of people on Cape Town hip hop culture. And I really actually do want to get to that now.
No,
I really
Riley's
do. I
asking
know
what's
that
the YouTube
you.
channel. I'm telling him we're not gonna talk about it.
Oh, we're not going to talk. Yeah, Riley, if you ask me for a Pornhub channel, I got you, fam. I got you. But YouTube hip hop channels, I have no fucking idea. Um, Muinuddin Gaby, what's up, Gaby? Gaby's another 50-year-old hip hop fan. Huh? Gaby is fucking gray in the beard, already 50 years old, but still banging those hip
I
hops.
know Gabe. I know Gabe actually
Um,
also from the car scene.
yeah. Also, he's just got Gaby's got auto so he's always heavily involved in the scene, in the car scene, and that kind of thing. Gaby is saying, "There, Gary give bamkrag weg." Guys, you are making big cat, blah 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 blah. I'm just gonna go talk. Gary, okay, so Gary's response to what you said earlier on about crowbars. Now, massive respect to you. I know you put him on. I wouldn't have heard of him a few years back if you hadn't put him on. He fired though, so that's what Gary's saying. Um,
He is fire.
lots of stuff, lots of stuff, lots of stuff, lots of stuff. I know there's a lot of people stuff talking. Martin Slubber, love you, Jason. Love you too, bro. No homo, no homo. Riley could give me cuck, nee. Cuck. Seriously, Jason, a white boy knows more about rap than you. Fuck you, Riley. I have to say it out loud in the fucking podcast like that. So listen, look, we've spoken a lot about international rap artists or whatever, but let's just quickly before we go, right? Let's chat just a little bit about this Cape Town hip hop scene, right? I don't wanna say if people want to get involved, but I mean, with what you're doing, right? You're promoting young and up and coming rappers. So anyone that's in the scene that knows they want to get their voice out there, they want to get their fuck. Do we still do mixtapes nowadays? Are we doing mixtapes? Is that a thing?
Yeah, yeah.
They
Yeah, sorry,
know
I'm
that
laughing
you're
because
the
I
person
read
to get to.
Gary's last comment.
What's he saying? I used to buy plants from Celeste. Confirm. Buy plants? What the fuck is he talking about? Dacha, is he talking about weed?
I don't know.
Bradley is saying this is hell. Go get the devil and get me the key, but I can't be worse than the curse that was given
Brady's
to me.
dropping you a
Bradley
verse.
Vinny is fucking dropping bars. Jesus. Bradley, where are you getting these fucking Bradley's Googling hip hop bars. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. So
So what were you
with
gonna
the
ask
hip
me
hop
about the
stuff,
local
right?
scene? Yeah.
Yeah. So with the local scene, um, can we name drop? Obviously, everybody knows Youngster, right? Um, who else can we
Yeah.
sort of look at with regards to the Cape Town young up and coming artists, guys that are in the scene that maybe we've missed because they haven't gotten enough airplay or radio play, that kind of thing. How do we find out more if we're just casuals and we want to learn more about the scene? What do we do? Because I don't fucking know.
You know, it's very unfortunate that there's not like platforms like the old Ready D show, where, you know, we could really put artists on and get their music played and get them on the cypher. It's unfortunate that that doesn't happen anymore. Like right now, the only way you can find up and coming artists if you follow the right people on social media and if you actually attend hip hop shows. Um,
Mm,
so I would say like some of the guys that to look out for now, I will definitely name each and every MC that was in my Cypher. So Signal is
mm.
one of them. Ilro is definitely one of them. Like Ilro is so talented. He's not just an MC, but he's a producer and he's a videographer. So he shoots some of Youngsters and Mr.
Okay.
Hines' music videos. Mr. Hines is another one. I'm not gonna call Mr. Hines lyrical, but I will say that Mr. Hines brings vibes. Like he brings vibes in his song.
Okay.
Like play his songs
Okay.
anywhere and you got vibes. Okay. Then the drill, like whoever, if you've never heard of drill before, UK drill is going massive now, and a lot of Afrikaans artists are also doing the drill thing. So in terms of drill, it's Matt Levi. Matt Levi is a very, very good artist to look out for. Then Cream Machine, oh my word, Cream. Oh my word, Cream.
Hey,
If you are
listen, hey,
into
I'm just gonna
Afrikaans
pause
hip
you
hop
there
and
for
you
1 second. I'm gonna pause you for 1 second. That name, Cream Machine, already got me fucking in. I wanna know what the fuck Cream Machine is referring to. Oh my god.
So Cream is super, super talented. I know he was signed to Sony. I'm not quite sure if he's still signed with them. I know he still had one song to do with
Okay.
Sony before his contract expired. So I think he might have left them. But then there's Cream Machine. Of course, there's Early B. Biggie is also a dope artist. Like Biggie can actually rap. Like he didn't just do the Dharma song. Like he can actually rap. Yeah.
That's the only fucking one I know, to
um,
be honest.
no. Biggie's like he's legit. I was chilling with Biggie a few
Okay.
weeks ago when he was in Cape Town. Um, I think it's safe to say we're friends now because me and his girlfriend WhatsApp each other. So I don't know, we're probably friends now. But
If you got
yeah,
that
he's super
fucking
talented.
WhatsApp, then you fucking for life. For fucking life. Once you got that WhatsApp communication, like now it's solid for fucking ever.
Oh hey. So there's Biggie and then there's shit, there's so many. Like Cape Town, that's one thing about Cape Town is like we are so full of talent and not just in terms of rap. B-boys,
Uh-huh.
graffiti artists, DJs. Like there is
Oh yeah?
so much hip hop talent in Cape Town. Follow my page, you guys.
Okay.
Celeste Mitchell. I post about new artists all the time. So
You
if you're looking for
do.
new
You do.
artists to
You make
listen
me
to, you can just
fucking
go through my
sick. You just
page.
all the fucking
There's
time. Hip hop this, hip hop that. No nudes coming through. What the fuck?
so I post about new artists all the time if you want to check them out. And then of course, Crowbar's another phenomenal artist to check out. Matthew Joyner. Matthew Joyner and Crowbars
Well,
have a
yeah.
song together that is not released yet. It's not out yet. And I'm telling you
Okay.
guys now that this song is gonna blow the lid off Afrikaans hip hop. Because Matthew Joyner and
Holy
Crowbars
shit.
together, it's over.
Yeah.
it's over.
I'm gonna
And
check
then
that out. So look,
Crowbars,
okay, so it's
like I said, Mary Ann, wait.
what's
Mary Ann
happening?
says
What's
cash
happening?
CPT. I'm gonna disagree with Mary Ann there. I don't feel
Oh,
like cash
there's gonna be
CPT
a fight.
deserves to
There's
be
gonna
on
be I
anybody's
swear
show.
to God, there's gonna be a fucking fight. You're gonna catch some
No,
smoke.
I'm gonna
Be
I'm gonna
prepared.
justify why I say that. I,
Okay.
I'm a smoke machine. Jason, I was born for smoke.
Okay, let's go. Let's
But
go.
listen,
I'll give you this to start off.
so this is my personal opinion. The reason why I wouldn't personally put cash CPT on any list is because the man can't rap.
Jesus Christ. Okay, it
He
is.
is
Look, I don't
popping
know enough about the
and
scene
he's
to know.
good
It is what it
because
is.
his music is vibey and he's been chilling with, he chilled with Youngster for a while. I mean, Young introduced him to a lot of people in Johannesburg. So if you know the backstories of a lot of artists, you'll understand why I say what I say. But compared to other rappers, like rappers, actual rappers,
Yeah,
Cash CPT is
yeah.
not the one. He's not the one. The
So
guy is not
I
the one.
now okay. Let me just jump in here for a second. I'm not gonna act like I know this cat at all because I don't. But I've heard some of the songs, and I haven't heard a lot, so I really can't make judgment. But the minute I thought about it, I thought Usher. You know, the minute I heard it, it's not a rap as in a traditional rap, but he's got some beats and he's got some bars and stuff, but it's not like a rap. It's more like an R&B-ish vibe, unless I've got that completely fucking wrong and I'm an idiot. I don't know. I can see that smirk on
Yeah,
your
I
face. You're
don't know.
like, this fucking hell don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You just need to shut the fuck up about hip hop. Okay, I get it. I can see the look in your eyes. I can see the look in your eye.
Yeah, Mary
So
and B, I
look,
agree with you.
okay,
Yes, Cash CPT he's definitely gonna make a lot of money on the commercial scene. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Cash CPT actually wrote Nadia Jafta's verse in the song that she does with Youngster, called Aina. Cash CPT wrote that verse for her.
no
So in terms
shit.
of like the
Ah,
commercials,
fucking, that is a
yes.
banger. I smack that song. Okay, so
Look,
he
I
wrote
could be
those.
wrong,
Wait,
but
hold
that's
on.
the word on the street. That's the word on the street.
Yeah.
That's the word on the street.
But Zach, don't come to cuck with this whole I could be wrong. You fucking put that sword there, you're gonna die on that fucking sword. People are gonna cut in the future, like 5, 10 years time, when this young blow up fucking big, they're gonna cut this small piece out the podcast about what you said. Like, nah, Celeste said this cuck. Fuck, they're gonna cancel you in 10 years time. They're gonna
Listen,
cancel you over that cuck.
listen, Jason. If in my 13 years in this industry, I'm wrong about one artist, it's fine. I'll take it because I was right about the other 100.
Let's
I'll take
go.
it. If I'm wrong about Cash, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
100%. Look, you take 100 shots. If you miss one, big fucking deal. But you took the shots, and that's what counts. So look. So we've now
I
said
was
that
right about Youngster.
look,
Like
if
I was right
people,
about Youngster when I met him in 2010. So, you know.
I knew. Yeah, I was actually saying to Mary earlier that when we were still doing car shows in 20 fucking 11, 2012, somewhere there. So the old
I'll
atmosphere.
tell you
We
why.
had
Because in
so
2010,
we used to go to.
I introduced Youngster to DJ Ready D because I used to bring Youngster to the Cypher every
Okay.
week in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And then he met DJ
Mm-hmm.
Ready D, and then that's when he started getting booked for the car shows. Yeah.
Okay, good. There was one car show when I remember seeing him for the first time. So it wasn't my car show. I didn't host it, but I was involved with it. And it was outside Atmosphere. Remember the old club Atmosphere in the parking lot? So we had
Yes,
I
I
think it was
remember
the
that.
Coke rig there or something. I forget. So
Yes.
he still came through with the BM crew, BM squad. Because apparently they live close to
Yes,
each
yes.
other, and he pulled up there with Rainy and Hassant and a couple of the boys, and like I had no idea who this cat was.
Yes,
I just
yes.
didn't know, and I hadn't heard of him before. This homie got up on the stage with what's the homie's name, Muffin Man or something? He's DJ, and they
Yes,
came up there,
Muffin
and
is
then
his
he started
DJ, yeah.
spitting at the crowd. Yeah, so he started spitting. I'm like, fuck, I like the beats sound good, the fucking raps are good. I like listening to him, And then he did this fucking David Blaine cuck with his voice. He said, Kagi, all this means over here, pick a word. You, give me a word. Right. If I can get that word down. You, give me a word. And 5 people give him a word. And then you just, off the fucking top of his head, just fucking freestyle something using those words. I'm like, what fucking black magic bullshit is this? So immediately I had respect after that night, and I do love it. I do like his music. I do like his beats. So I'm a fan. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan. Youngster, Yemo Beersma, actually heard him on the radio yesterday. I've always been a big fan. So I haven't been exposed to a lot of the Cape Town guys, but there are a couple of them that really stick, and like I'm down. I'll ride for them any fucking day. But my thing is, I need more. I want to find more Cape Town guys. Gary actually mentioned earlier, is EJ CPT, is that what his name is? Or EJ? So
Yeah,
I
EJ.
didn't know who this guy was. So I was emceeing a car show, right? And then DJ Sophia rolled up. This little girl comes onto stage. I'm like, hi, what's your name? I'm DJ Sophia, and I've got a big stage, fucking all the car guys. It's amazing. So I'm not trying to figure out what is going on. And she starts, her dad's there with her, and she plays a set. I'm like, fuck, this girl is good. But she played a song in that set that really, I was like, fuck, this is a good song. And I didn't know who it was. So I DM'd her the next day. I said, listen, you played a song. This was sort of the chorus-ish, what it sounded like. Who is this? And she says, EJ. And she said, it's EJ so-and-so and so. And then when I Googled, I'm like, this is a fucking local guy. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this cat sounded international as fuck, and I enjoyed it. I really did. But that got me thinking, how many more of these guys are out there that I'm just not fucking hearing? And that was my question early on. As a casual listener, you mentioned follow your page, follow Hip Hop Chick, and we can get that. But if we wanted to go listen to these guys, if we wanted to go watch them perform somewhere, is there, like we used to have the bass many, many years ago, is there a spot nowadays we can go, we can chill, we can kick back, we can have a drink and watch these guys? Is there anything like that?
Nope. And they
No,
never will be. Can I tell you why?
don't be so fucking pessimistic. Really? Why? Like never,
Because these people, they
you
don't
just flat out tell
look.
me like they will never, you just took all my dreams and then crushed them under your shoes.
Because people in Cape Town don't know how to work together, Jason. They just don't. They don't. They'll rather gather
I'm not
like a bunch
gonna,
of bitches and talk shit about everybody else.
you're not lying. You're not lying, but I don't think never, man. It can't be never. And that is, so we just have to because the only time, right? And I was speaking to Mary about this earlier, and the only time that we will get onto someone new is if they get radio time, if they get airtime on the radio. Right? That's the only time. There's no other way. I mean, is there any other way to get into this industry? Once you break into the radio, now you've made it. If you're not in the radio, you fucking haven't made it yet. Is that just how it is?
I see people are making comments about the sneaker exchange, youngsters parties, dope fest. Look, these are all nice events if you're friends with the organizers. Because if you're not brassel with the organizers, then you're not getting on the list. If you don't know the organizers, they're not putting you on the lineup. Because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I know the people who do the sneaker exchange, and it's been a problem for many years where, artists are fighting to get on the lineup, but they can't because they're just not brassel with the right people. Um, the Dope Fest was a good event. That only happened once. Hopefully they have another one next year. But again, that's also just limited to who the organizers know. Like there's nobody really on the ground who has the ear to the ground who knows what's really happening.
Mm. It's in my opinion, like, so I'd I'd listen to somebody if you told me to listen to somebody. I'd with music, like with movies or anything, and maybe that's just the way it is locally and internationally. I'm not gonna fucking take hours or minutes out of my day putting it into something that I think is cut or
Ryan
taking a
said,
chance. I mean, look, even
sorry, I'm just, can I just because now people are naming events, and I like Cotton Fest again, Ryan. That's a perfect event if you know the right people. Simple
Yeah.
as that. These events don't have agents that they send out to radio stations or to events to see who's up and coming to see. If you don't have numbers behind your name, and if you are not popping in
Mm.
your friend circle and you're not well connected, it's going to be a struggle for you to get on these stages. And it's just
Mm.
unfortunate. The Back to the City Festival in Johannesburg, there
Mm.
was many years that Youngster was the only Cape Town artist that they were putting on their lineup, and that's because Youngster actually went to live in Johannesburg and he face to face met these people. So it's
Yeah.
very difficult for Cape Town artists to get on lineups like the Cotton Fest, Back to the City, um, and all those big
Mm.
festivals. It's hard. Mm.
So what is the way forward? I mean, how do we fucking get, and let's face it, out of 100 artists, there's maybe one or two that are worth their weight in salt. I mean, not everybody's going to be fucking brilliant. That's just the way that is. You know, it's like with anything, you know, the cream will always rise to the top. That's just the way that goes. Um, but for those guys, I mean, it's
Yeah.
people like you that'll see the talent because you're involved in it all the time, and you will do your best to sort of push them through those ranks. And is this where a revolution comes in?
Yes. So what a lot of labels have stopped doing is they've completely gotten rid of artist development. So labels like Sony, Universal, and all these big labels, they don't do artist development and they haven't done it for many years. Meaning they don't
Mm-hmm.
invest in new artists at all. If you don't already have numbers
Okay.
and if you're not already making your own sales, there's no way that the labels will sign you.
Mm.
So that's where Rebelution Music
How the
and
fuck
Media
is
comes.
how are we going to
We
make
sort of,
so what are they actually looking at? Are they sorry to break your word? What are they actually looking at? I mean, look, I understand where social media has gone nowadays, and you could be an artist if you got a YouTube channel that's fucking popping, and you getting. I mean, how else are you going to get your shit played? People are going to see your YouTube. People are going to see your Instagram. People are going to see whatever socials you've got. Is that what the big labels are counting on? You know, get your numbers there. Once you've fucking shown your worth there, then we'll have a look at you. Is that what's happening?
yes. Labels, they look at your YouTube numbers, they look at like the work you've already done. Right now, labels expect you to do all the work for yourself to get you on a level, and then they basically just offer you distribution. To be honest, that's literally all they offer you. Meaning that they get your music
Okay.
on TV and stuff. Because that's all they're really good for, to be honest. Because the artists today can do
Mm.
everything themselves. You
Yeah.
get platforms where you register and then that platform will distribute your music over all the streaming sites. So artists can really just do it for themselves right now. So Rebelution Music and Media sort of comes in as an artist development agency when we function as a label.
Okay.
So we'll take up and coming artists and basically invest in them by offering them studio time, shooting them music videos.
Mm.
Um, but due to
And
our
that's
experience with
money.
our last artist, we sort of that is money. That's what I'm saying. Like due to our experience with our last artist,
Big
we're not
money.
really doing that at this moment. So at this
Mm.
moment now, we're just focusing on corporate visual production and events and
Mm.
content creation for different brands. And then of course studio time with artists who want to come to the studio, but we're not really focusing on artist development until we have the capital to do so again. Yeah.
Mm.
But we do that. Like I use my platform to push artists as much as I can. I sit around tables where, where brands mention people and I mention artists' names. I'm in conversations where I mention artists' names. So, I sort of try and put them on wherever I can and however I can.
All right, let's and we before we close off, I
Riley
just
says
wanna I want
Riley says he only knows EJ from his girlfriend's Instagram. Riley, why you mean, Riley?
and why are you on your girlfriend's
EJ is
Instagram,
good.
bro?
EJ is a good artist.
No, he is. I
No,
don't
his
know how
girlfriend
much
is
of it is
like
cap though.
EJ's girlfriend is the influencer. She's dope.
Okay, but okay, so look, I know enough about this whole fucking social media game to know how much you've got to fucking you need a story. You need some kind of a fucking story that's gonna engage people. Otherwise, you're just gonna be like everybody fucking else on the thing. So EJ's got this whole vibe from what I've seen about being in prison, the typical gangster story. been in the prison, been behind bars, come out of bars, changed my life around. Now I make music. I wonder, is that all just fucking brilliant PR, or was homie in fucking jail? You know, you're saying you first shook your head and then you went like this.
That's
So
his
which
real
one is it?
life.
Oh shit! So he's not
No,
fucking
I'm
playing. He's not
saying
capping. He's
like
like, this is I fucking lived this
no,
shit.
no. It's
Okay,
very
that's
unfortunate.
okay. That's
Like
intense.
EJ had it really rough. Like for a long time, he had it very very rough. Like and I'm so proud to see that he's come out of it, because not a lot of people can come out of what
mm,
EJ's been through and sort of make a name for themselves again and work as
yeah.
hard as he's working. Like he's not just putting out music, they're doing events, and he's really
Mm.
doing some good stuff.
Where's he based? Is he based in Cape Town?
Yes, he is. He's in the southern suburbs, I think.
Southern suburbs. That's my home. I'm all about southern suburbs. So southern suburbs, 021 for life. Fucking EJ's from my neck of the woods. So go through a couple of quick questions here. Fuck, it's been busy. Okay, we're talking about the Cash Cape Town. The Martin Slubber seatbelts on. Here we go. That was earlier on after you got fucking crazy. um, going back. Uh, Ryan Richard was saying, you're revealing your age well. Ryan, I don't give a fuck, bro. You should know me by now. I really just do not care. Um, it was responding to stuff that we spoke about. EJ, I call him the Cape Town DMX. He's not fucking, I can't be mad at that comment. I can't. Cape Town DMX. Um, Mary Ann Williams is saying swank for now, but nothing else. I think she's talking about spots where you can actually watch hip hop stuff. I don't know nothing about swank. I have no idea. Okay, then they were speaking about all the spots that you mentioned. Gary is saying live cipher on your own stage at the next DC. We got you. Ooh, shit. So you know Drift City? You've heard of Drift City?
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. I'll be.
So he's talking about live cipher on your own stage at the next DC. So I'm going to give some pushback on Gary because I do a lot of the PR and the media for that event, and I don't want you taking the attention away from the fucking cause. That's exactly what, because you're going to be there. First of all, you're not sending me nudes, but I know you're going to be on that stage with a short ass fucking shorts because it's in summer, looking all sexy, and everybody's going to run from the fucking cars to go see Celeste on stage. Gary, we need to have a fucking team meeting. We need to have a team meeting. We need to discuss this. You can be there in a petticoat and a skirt past your knees and pumps on. Then I'll be okay with it.
Gown. I'll come in my pink gown. My pink gown. I'll come in my
With
pink
the
polka
fucking
dot
swallows
gown.
on. With the swallows on.
Yeah.
Then we got a deal. Then we can work. You know, I'm fucking with you. I'm messing
Sure.
with you. So Gary is saying, let your people get my people. So that fucking invitation is out there. You can't retract that cuck. It's there. It's live for everybody to see. Mary Ann is agreeing. Up and coming people never be at Cotton Fest. A lot of people are saying things. Martin is asking, is the white boy fucking asking you again? I'd like to ask Celeste what she thinks of Tom McDonald. I don't know who the fuck that is. He could be fucking with me. Do you know who Tom McDonald is?
Ooh. Yeah, so Tom McDonald is a rapper from the States, and he raps about a lot of conspiracy theory stuff, but he also makes a lot of
I like
sense.
him already.
He's got
Okay.
serious messages in his music. Like he's on a mission to open people's eyes with his music, and he's a good rapper.
Okay.
He's definitely a good rapper.
Mm?
Like I won't lie, some of his stuff freaks me out to the point where I'm like, nah, my brain is not ready for this truth right now. So I switch him off,
Lie to
but
me.
he's good.
Rather lie to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Rather give me Little Wayne right now, but Tom McDonald.
So just give me a second, Celeste. My comment, okay. My producer's coming at me with some stuff. So, okay, Tom McDonald, we've gone through that. It would be a very hard event to put together. Yeah, I don't know, EJ girlfriend. I know EJ. No. Bring back the live so Chesney Solomon is saying bring back the live cipher sessions. You've got the facilities, you can do that now. Um,
So
I'm just
we
going through some of these.
are. I was offered another spot on another radio station, which I think I'm gonna take,
Mhm.
and then I'll definitely
I saw
do
that the other
host the
day.
cipher session again. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna take the
So
cipher
do you
session
wanna
back
do you
to
wanna
radio
shout that
once
out there?
that has been confirmed.
Okay. Have you so I
We
saw
didn't
you
sign
post that
papers
the
yet.
other day. I'd say, praat hier fucking so I'm like it's gonna fucking happen. Are you that confident?
No, it's
Are you cool to
happening. It's
say it out loud?
happening. It's happening. No, it's happening.
Okay.
No, it's happening.
Well
We
then
just have to
fucking,
make it
first
official with papers. And I need to send them
okay.
my program for the show and what I want to do on the show and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely happening.
Oh
But we're also doing a visual cipher. So Rebelution Music Media is producing a visual cipher session, which we will upload on our YouTube channel. So we do 6
yeah.
artists at a time, and we also do small interviews with these artists. So if you want to find out who the new popping artists are, please check out 021 Raps cipher session. We're going to be releasing the first episode at the end of the month.
That is fucking insane. We can't wait for that. Um and then just before we go, so Ryan's asking, Celeste, host the biggest Cape Town hip hop event, seeing that there's a gap in the market. Pull it off and I'll shoot an after movie for you, my treat. That's Ryan, a render jockey, offering that
Oh,
to
Ryan.
you.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. So, Ryan, I think I'll share one project that we're working on, seeing as how like most of it's confirmed already. So, Ryan, in October, we're having a Afrikaans hip hop festival. It's a strictly Afrikaans hip hop festival. Um, I don't want to say give up the lineup just yet, but the venue's been confirmed. We've got 17 artists on the lineup, some of who are flying out from Johannesburg, some of who are
Holy
based
shit.
here. Just
Mhm.
Afrikaans hip hop. It's going to be the first festival of
That's
its
it.
kind in South Africa because there's never been a strictly Afrikaans hip hop fest. And then we're having
That sounds
another
legit.
festival at the end of the year with the city of Cape Town. Hopefully, that's still in the pipeline. We haven't confirmed anything there yet.
Mhm.
But the city of Cape Town is very keen to do a hip hop festival, so we're going to get the planning on that. But the idea is to have the biggest CPT hip hop fest. So we'll see what happens.
I, for one, will 100% support. So do you can you please do me a favor? Keep no, I'm not saying keep me up to date, but whenever something is going down, shoot me the flyers, shoot me the media. I'll be glad to post it. I'll also post it on the fucking car pages as well, just to bring some eyes to that as well, because I would definitely attend. I'm all about the
Thank
Ottawa, and I
you.
really want to support local Cape Town talent, and basically what you're doing, I'm all here for that. Um, so what's a couple of last comments before we go. Just give me a sec. I'm just going to do this quickly. Just get some music before we go. Just backtrack so that fucking Facebook doesn't cancel us, because they canceled you for the last cut. So Martin is saying, I'll be there. Just look for the vid lighty going crazy in the crowd. So that's Martin Slauber going to come through to your event. Um,
Yes.
Ryan saying, yes, well done. DM me on Instagram, Raga. Yeah, Futsak, I said you must DM me first. Fuck that. DM me first, then you DM Ryan.
Okay.
Marianne is saying we so need this, and I totally agree. So Celeste, this has been lekker. You said you want to do this for half an hour. I don't even know how much longer we're going now. This was so much fun. I've learned so much.
It was so much
I
fun. Thank
know a
you.
lot more about I know much more about the hip hop scene in Cape Town now than I did before, and I'm looking to get not more involved, but just doing what I've always been doing, just being a casual, but knowing more about what's going on. At least now I know where to go. So before we get out of here, what I need you to do for me and for the peoples who have tuned in, first of all, thank you very much for everyone for tuning in. Thank you so much for your comments. It's been such licky interaction. We've learned so much here, so we really appreciate you. Boys and girls, please remember, just bang on the share button, share the podcast, because ultimately it's all about Cape Town. We want to get this particular scene out there, so that'll help a lot if you can just bang on that share button. But in closing, Celeste, where can people go to sort of find you, your personal page, your hip hop chick page, and Rebelution? What do we do?
So you can find me at Celestè Mitchell. I'm tagged in the live. Both my pages are tagged in the live caption. So you can find me there. And then Rebelution Music and Media is on socials. It's on Instagram at Rebelution Music and Media. So it's Rebel and then Lucian. Um, and we have a
Mhm.
YouTube channel as well. So guys, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please watch our content. Yeah, so we're gonna be posting a lot more content, a lot more content, and a
Content.
lot of music videos.
And this is all stuff that's shot in you.
Um,
Where are your studios? Where are they? If people, okay, hold on one second. If there are up and coming rappers on the scene, if there are people that think, look, I want to maybe just get into a studio and just do maybe one track just to see if I can fucking do this or whatever, how do they get hold of you?
so you can just DM me on social media. You can find me on Instagram. It's at hiphopchicksa. I'm also on Twitter at hiphopchicksa, and I am on TikTok, hiphopchicksa.
No,
So
you're not.
find me on
No,
Instagram or
you're not.
social media,
Really?
Facebook.
Are you doing TikTok dances? Tell me you're doing TikTok dances.
All of it. I'm doing everything. All of it.
Listen, that's the way the world is going nowadays. It's all about the
Everything.
fucking socials, and TikTok is where it's at. I hate to fucking say it, but it's true. TikTok is where it's going. But Celeste, this has been such a lekker conversation. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All the love
Thank you
and
so much.
all the success for the future. And definitely want to keep in touch, mainly because I want to find out when the next event is. I want to find out when the next artists are going to be out there, just to get out and to listen to some good Cape Town stuff. And I know you're going to put me onto the right things. So I really appreciate you taking the evening out to speak with us. And boys and girls, give her a follow on the tags that we're going to put in here a bit later on. I'll also tag her page, Hip Hop Chick, and Celeste, when you've got a chance afterwards, just type Rebelution Music Media, just tag your place, and then, yeah, look, I really hope this goes far. I've got no other word. I wish you all the best, and
So
thank you
much.
so
I
much, and
appreciate
I'll
that.
see you soon.
Thank you.
Boys, all right,
Thank you so
boys and
much,
girls,
Jason,
thank
for
you so
having
much for
me. I
tuning in.
appreciate that.
You are very, very welcome. I really, it was lekker, man. I enjoyed doing this, so it was really great having you on. So I appreciate that. Meanwhile, we're gonna bounce. I've had way too much bourbon. I need to get to fucking sleep now because I'm getting old. Boys and girls, again, Celeste, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you guys soon. Peace out, everybody. Love you all. Night, night.